For Great Day Fitness, weight loss is a marathon, not a sprint, but what can you do if you feel like you hit a plateau?
Well, Joe Carabassi is here with 7 ways to get your weight loss back on track, unstuck.
And your daughter picked out your costume.
She did.
And she's 2.
She's 2. Well, she's nuts. She speaks, she talks, she loves Halloween.
I love that. I love the fact she
awesome.
made you dress up too for the segment.
Well, she didn't have to make me. That was a good part. But she did pick it out, yeah.
Okay, it's terrific. All right, so first we're talking about, we have several things that can help you get over the plateau.
Yeah, you said 7 ways, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
These are the most efficient ways to get started. And the first, so there's a lot of different things you can do, obviously, but we find taking traditional methods, like intermittent fasting is really good. Are you familiar with intermittent fasting?
Yeah, so like you fast for whatever, most people do like 8 hours, right?
Well, it's generally it's 12 to 16 hour fast. And then so if you do a 12-hour fast, then you would do a 12-hour feeding window. So within that 12 hours, you would eat every 2 to 3 hours. Most commonly is a 16-hour fast is probably the most effective version of it.
Wow.
Followed by an 8-hour window where you're eating. But we found through cycling the intermittent fasting, so like in other words, rotating in, so 1 week you might do 1 day a week intermittent fasting, the next week, like we have it programmed in so your body's constantly guessing so we can take more out of your system. And it works for people as well because some people intuitively like to intermittent fast, but others really struggle with it.
Right.
So really it's an effective way to rest your internal organs so that your metabolism, your digestion, your elimination all can speed up.
And part of that can be your sleep cycle as well, incorporated?
Yes, for sure. And so part of it is your sleep. Let's say you sleep for 8 hours, and so then you would have another, say, 8 hours for a 16-hour fast.
That's pretty intense.
It is. It can be, for sure. But what we found through our fasting over the years that you can have water, you can have black coffee or tea. Sometimes even allow clients to put collagen in their tea. And also a post-workout protein shake. So if you work out in the morning or before your fast is up, then we have you have a protein shake because your body's going to utilize that for recovery. So it's not going to get in the way of your fasting. And really the benefit of fasting is burning off excess calories that might otherwise be stored as fat by not eating through those windows.
All right, slow state cardio.
Yeah, you guys said it at the same time. I like the rhythm already.
We're in sync. Baby.
You're in sync. My favorite band. So with slow state cardio, it's one of those things, right? So the 80s and 90s, it was like all the rage because research showed that, and this is true to this day, that you actually burn more fat during slow state cardio than any other type of activity.
What is slow state? Yeah, what is it?
So basically it means a low to moderate intensity. So it can be, basically the way I define it as you want to have like a brisk walking. Imagine if you're doing a sprint, right? A sprint's anywhere from like 90% intensity.
So that's like interval training, right?
No. So a sprint would be 90% intensity.
Yep.
Slow state cardio would be about 60%. So it should be uncomfortable. You should be out of breath, but it shouldn't be max exertion. The good thing about it is it's essentially like free activity because every intense activity that you do requires recovery for it to work. And so a lot of times people will train really hard, which is great, but slow state cardio is like an easier thing for your body to do, but extremely effective at burning fat. So you don't want to do it in and of it by itself, but it works really well in conjunction with the next one, which are Metcon workouts.
What is that?
So Metcon is short for metabolic conditioning. Essentially what that means is you're working at a higher work to rest ratio period so that your heart rate is always jacked up. And so now we're going from generally like 80 to 90% intensity during your workout for a Metcon workout. So that's like of your max heart rate. So you're keeping your heart rate elevated. The idea is to increase your post-oxygen consumption, which is your EPOC. So that's a recovery your body goes through from your workout. So the harder you train in a window, we find 35 minutes, the more your body recovers after, the more you burn at rest.
All right, we're not going to get to all of these, but you want us to go someplace where we can learn more about this.
Because can we list them though for everybody?
Absolutely, yeah.
They've been on the screen.
Sure.
They've been listed on your screen. So the other, number 4 was reduce stress. That's hard for a lot of people to do. Find accountability, carb rotating, and RLT.
Red light therapy.
Okay.
Yes. And so red light therapy is basically, it's not a replacement, but it is a shortcut to burn starving fat. And so I put together a PDF on d-find.me to list all of these things in a little bit more detail because there's some context that is important to know in order to put into action, which is the most important part, right?
Okay. And all that information's up on your screen right there.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Okay. So you're going as the Cat in the Hat for Halloween.
think so.
Yeah, you
Awesome.
think so?
Think
Well,
so.
you're already.
And your daughter's going to be a pumpkin.
You're in.
She's going to be a pumpkin. Yeah, I
Very
tried to be a
good.
pumpkin. They didn't have one.
Thanks so much for being with me today, Caitlin.
Thanks for having me. I think I'm back with you tomorrow.
Okay, we'll be back tomorrow with another edition of Great Day at 3. We'll also be here Great Day at 9 a tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll be on the morning news. It's just me and Caitlin all the time.
All the time.
Wow.
There you go.
Poor girl.
Thank you.
Exactly. Have a great day, everybody.